and this may be TMI, whatever, I don't care anymore. In 2019, is it really TMI? We're all about honesty now, right? And I love a good TMI. But I'm not going to go into like nasty details or anything. But yeah, I got HPV when I was 22 from a dude that I was really, you know, like I was really enamored with him, but he was kind of a piece of shit at the time. He may still be a piece of shit. I don't know. I don't really talk to him. But yeah, that was hard. I mean, speaking of pivotal moments, I don't know about pivotal, but it's definitely significant. When you're 22 years old, you're still you're super green, and you get this like information about yourself, and you have no support system, like nobody older to talk to who've been around the block, you know, to look at you and say, hey, all adventurous women do. They get HPV, you know, 3 out of 4 people. You can't even prevent it with condoms. It's just skin-to-skin contact, and sex is messy. Nobody was there to do that. And so I kind of freaked out. And, oh, by the way, my doctor at the time, my gynecologist, was a fucking bitch. I think she was judging me for having extramarital sex. Premarital sex? Not extramarital, my bad. I'm not married, or I wasn't married at the time. Premarital. I know English, guys. I think she was judging me for having premarital sex because I was 22. I looked even younger. And here I am coming to her with, you know, sexually transmitted disease. And she told me I was all fucked up down there, covered in warts, and that I needed this cream. And it was $500 or something ridiculous. And after insurance, it was $300. And I did not have the money at the time because I was not working, just focused on school. And it was devastating. I was fucked up. I mean, not only was I heartbroken over somebody, but then also this guy fucking gave me this thing because he was only the second person I'd ever been with at that point. What an adventure. What an adventure. This instance is part of the reason, well, for a lot of reasons, I support Planned Parenthood through and through till the day I die, because I left that gynecologist's office. I went to get a second opinion at a Planned Parenthood. They checked me out and they're like, you know, we don't know what that doctor was saying and talking about because you're fine. Just come in if something, you know, shows up and we'll remove it, but you're chill. And that was that. And then I went back to that doctor's office, and I wish I had the courage back then to stand up to her and point out how fucked up she was for making me feel that way, a young girl in the world. But I didn't. Instead, what I did was, and I didn't do it on the internet, like I didn't write a review or whatever, because that's awkward. Like I'm going to talk about my HPV diagnosis on Yelp when I have nothing else, just that. So yeah, so there's no resource or no outlet at the time. But I did go back and I went to one of her colleagues instead to continue my checkups and whatnot. And I vented to her and I told her that her colleague was garbage, and how she made me feel and all that. And I don't know if that woman ever told my original doctor, how I felt and what she did to me, but gosh, I wish I could go back and do that a little bit differently, because she was terrible. So much judgment. She's a doctor in San Francisco. That can't be the first person she's ever met to do that. Like, what?